Ground, good afternoon. Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo is over at the west ramp. And I've got information, Golf, looking for a 360 departure.
Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo, ground 2 taxi Alpha.
27 left, taxi Alpha, 985 Alpha Romeo.
985 Alpha Romeo, sorry about that.
No worries.
Hey, we're clear left.
Alright, clear on the right side.
Blend
71 to 75, get your climb going. You might have to pitch back down a little bit to increase your airspeed to 85.
Okay.
And once we get 85, we'll put the flaps up, then you can go back to your regular pitch attitude.
Okay.
Alright, any questions there?
No, sir.
Good to go. Alright, we're going to switch over to COM 1. Go ahead and push that park and brake in. And State Tower, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo, run up 27 left, ready for departure.
Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo, State Tower, hold short, runway 27 left, arriving traffic.
Alright, hold short, 27 left, 985 Alpha Romeo.
Let's go 54, continue taxi Delta Alpha ramp, clean up on the ramp.
Continue Delta Alpha to park, clean up on the ramp, Scarlet 54. State Tower, Scarlet 10, pass the numbers.
Scarlet 10, runway 27 right, clear, touch to go.
Runway 27 right, clear, touch to go, Scarlet 10.
Scarlet 10 wants to verify 27 right, clear, touch to go.
27 right, clear, touch to go, Scarlet 10.
Thank you.
Alright, we got one little sky chicken coming in. And I think he's going to stay over there. Let's see the winds were. .290 at 11.
When I'm putting in takeoff power, like, is it like full max power or
yep, for about
okay?
Take about 4 seconds to get up there. 4 or 5 seconds, just a gradual, slow increase all the way up.
Okay.
But yeah, full power, and just make sure you hold it forward. Keep your hand on it, because sometimes it'll vibrate and kind of back off a little bit.
Right.
So just keep that forward pressure on there.
Scarlet 17, turn left Delta Alpha to the ramp, clean up on the ramp.
Turn left Alpha, Delta Alpha to the ramp, clean up on the ramp, Scarlet 17.
Cirrus 5 Alpha Romeo, fly runway heading to the river, then on course runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, runway heading to the river, then right turn on course. Clear for takeoff 27 left, 985 Alpha Romeo.
Scarlet 50, midfield, short approach.
Scarlet 50, short approach route, runway 27 right, clear, touch to go.
Just be a static takeoff or keep it rolling?
You can keep it rolling, that's fine.
But the Pipers, they were picky about it.
Are they?
You to do a static takeoff every single time.
Depends on who I'm with.
Yeah. Alright, 27 left.
Alright, there's that little notch in the throttle. Looks good. Our airspeed is alive. Come through 65, 71. There's your rotate.
said pitch for 85.
Yep, just pitch for the command bar. So just
Okay.
it's easier that way. Use a trim because it'll want to balloon you up. You'll probably have to trim it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And 85. Just pitch for 85. Then flaps come up. Flaps up. A little bit of sinking feeling, and she'll just start to accelerate.
Off to the right a little bit. Get back on course there. Yeah, it's weird with the side stick for sure.
It's strange.
It's very weird.
It is definitely different.
600.
All right, 600 feet caps is available.
State Tower, call it 10 midfield.
We're going 360 once you cross the river.
Yeah. Still just looking up there. I'm like,
Scarlet 10, runway 27 right, clear, touch to go.
Runway 27 right, clear, touch to go. Scarlet 10.
that'll work. And right turn, go ahead and heading. Should turn.
360.
Yeah, 360 there. And that heading mode will get that little command bar turn going for you. I think we can get 20, 25.
Yeah.
That's about all we're going to get.
And should I pull that back to 75?
Let us get about 120 knots first, and you can pull it back. Okay. It'll be a slow acceleration. Yeah, it thinks it's too cold, so we're just going to go ahead and turn it on to that pitot heat button there.
And then I can pull that.
Yeah, go ahead and pull
down.
it back. I just pull it back to about 65, actually. Okay, so we're not going that far. I'll get ourselves set up. Figure out what they're going to be landing 2/8 anyway, so we'll just enter the 45 to a downwind. You're about where you need to be anyway, so it's fine.
State Tower, Scarlet City, midfield, short approach.
Scarlet 50, short approach, free, runway 27 right, clear, touch to go.
27 right, clear, touch go, Scarlet City.
So your pattern speed
State Tower.
downwind is 100 knots.
Juliet Mike.
Okay.
So it'll be 100 knots.
0, Niner, Julie, Mike, State
On
Tower.
a day like today,
Runway 27 left,
probably going to be somewhere around 45% power to get that in the downwind.
Gotcha.
Beam the numbers, you're going to go power reduction to 25%.
Okay.
And then flaps 50.
And Niner, Julie, Mike.
So 100, 90.
Yes, sir.
Well, 100, 90, 80. So
Okay.
80 on finals, which on short final, it usually goes slowing from 90 to 85 to about 80, crossing the threshold down there.
Okay.
And it kind of lands like a Piper. You just kind of fly it to the ground.
Okay. Is it kind of like over the numbers you slowly or pulling power? Okay. I don't know if it likes to float a lot.
Depends on the airspeed. If you're closer to 80, it doesn't float like a whole lot. You're probably getting maybe 2 stripes.
Right.
2 stripes and a touchdown. If you're north of 80, 85, you'll get a little bit longer float to it. All right, so we are out of the Delta. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Delaware. I'm going to put in the old ATIS down here. 119025.
Observation 19006 Zulu, weather, wind 300 at 11 gust 18, visibility 10, ceiling 2100, overcast, temperature 6 Celsius, dew point 3, altimeter 29081, remarks. Present weather identification not available.
All right, 29081 on the altimeter, so go ahead and bug that in there. All right, you can see the
Delaware Municipal
the white hangars, there's like 4 big white hangars. That's the runways right in front of those. There's a water tower that's right there.
Yeah.
That's on final. That's like right, that water tower's like right to your left as you're coming in on final. So that's just to give you an idea of where the actual airport is there.
Okay. So you'd take maybe cut out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, and we'll just, like I said, you can make this first pattern a little wider, just get yourself acclimated.
All right. And what's our traffic pattern altitude here?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good question. We're gonna do 2,000 feet.
All right.
And you got pull the power back to about 45. That should.
I wanted to start a gradual descent.
Yeah. And Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 off Romeo, currently about 4 to the south. We'll be entering a left downwind for runway 28, Delaware.
725, we'll go 7, South Korea.
Use that. This road here is like a 45 kind of.
Yeah, that actually works. Yeah, so you'll go about to the train tracks on your downwind.
Okay.
And you'll see that's about where it is. So if you have your pattern altitude bugged in there, you'll notice you'll get the altitude alert at 200 feet.
Okay.
You'll hear the female voice come on at 200 feet, and it'll say altitude. That's about where you want to turn your base.
Okay.
So from the time you go, and that's only if you're at altitude. So if you're at 2,000, what did I say? 2,000 feet. Right about 1,800 feet or so, you'll hear that altitude alert, and that's about where you want to start turning your base.
For that
Delaware traffic, 359 above Golf Base, final 7, touch and go, West Korea.
Yeah, somewhere around there. There's that
I'm gonna just
power station over there. You can kind of make a reference out there. Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo, 045, left downwind runway 28, Delaware. Alright, winds are slightly from the north and west, so you'll get a little bit of a push over here. Alright, so, and pretty close on airspeed.
280 there.
Alright, so right about there, we're going to go power 25. Flaps 50, first notch of flaps there. And we're just pitching for 100 knots there. There's the brakes. And you can see about where those train tracks are. It's usually pretty close to where you'll be, probably just past them.
They want about 90.
100 knots here,
oh,
and 90 on base. Yeah, just,
A
yeah.
little more power there.
Yep.
And I'm going to start that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but just trust the power settings. Just leave it right about where you are right now. It's
okay.
Because usually you can pull it back and just not touch it again until you get on final.
Altitude.
There's that alert.
Right.
And over here, we'll go flaps 100. And just a quick jump comps check. We just do our whole gas undercarriage. We don't have any undercarriage to worry about. Mixture full, Rich.
Number of go 27349, you guys on frequency?
Final
Looks
is clear.
clear.
Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo's turn at final for runway 28, touch and go, Delaware.
It's actually my first touch and go.
Really?
I've done, we do stop and goes.
500.
So,
Fair.
but basically you just keep it rolling and then
Yeah,
add in
so
that.
you just let it settle. Like
Okay.
touchdown, and we got plenty of runway, so you can just kind of let it roll a little bit, and we'll go flaps up to 50. We'll take off at 50% flaps.
Gotcha. Just pitch for that second stripe.
Yeah, pretty much. So right about 80 knots is about where you want to be. That looks good. And like I said, like the Piper, it's not a real high pitch attitude. It's just, you know, the nose wheel about a foot or two off the ground is all you need. And if we end up too far down the runway, we'll just taxi back. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Got a little fast there. Sorry about that.
Ah, you're good.
Yeah, that's a lot higher than I was expecting.
So flaps 50. And slowly advance at full throttle again.
Power set and rotate.
Yeah, it sets up a little bit higher.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we still got a little bit to go,
Yep.
but no, we were there. Sorry about that. I kind of slammed it down.
Nah, I've seen much, much worse. Trust me, it's fine.
All right, there's 85. We'll go flaps.
Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 off for Romeo is on the go, runway 28, left close traffic, Delaware. Yeah, it's all about technique in this one. It's not a hard airplane to fly,
Yeah.
but it is just technique.
Right. Go up to about 1700, start
600.
that. Crosswind turn. Alright, start that crosswind turn. Looks clear.
It's much, much easier because you don't have all the levers that you're dealing with and stuff like that.
I might keep that turn coming here into the downwind because we're getting
all right,
a little farther.
airspeed, so start pulling that power back because it is very easy to get 140 knots on the downwind.
Yeah.
Story traffic, Archer 349, Bravo Golf, 5 miles.
And it's a really big pull.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's almost uncomfortable how far you have to pull that
Yeah, I was
throttle
gonna
back.
say I didn't realize I was not really doing anything there.
So you'll notice like your manifold pressure here, about 12 inches of manifold pressure somewhere. If you were going to do like an instrument approach, coming final approach inbound, actually from your initial approach inbound, it's 12 inches and coming in. And that's about where you want to be once you go power. And again, that's if you're on airspeed. So 100 knots, so increase the power just a little bit. So if you're at 100 knots and you go back to 12 inches, it should get you to the runway. But if you're slow, you're going to have to add a little bit more, obviously. And if you're fast, a little bit less. But right about 100 knots or so on the downwind, when you put the flaps in, it should get you pretty close to where you want to be.
And a little slow here.
Yep.
And should I start that?
Yep, so go flaps. Yeah, go put 50% flaps in. Power comes back. Yeah, try to lock in 12 inches there. Let's see what that gets us.
Altitude.
There's the turn. Final looks clear. So right about here, you're pitching for about 90 or so.
Yeah. Again, final's clear, and then landing flaps or 100.
So far, so good. Let's see if we can get away without touching the. Let me see where we're at here.
I'd get a little fast here.
It'll slow down.
500.
Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo's on final, runway 28 Delaware.
A little bit high here.
Yeah, so just a little less power to keep that pitch attitude about where it's at. same thing. Once you get down here, just try to keep the nose just up a little bit. Just try not to let the nose touch the ground.
Yeah.
Kind of help you with those higher landings. It's kind of weird. There you go. Perfect.
All right, flaps to 50. Rotate.
So on this one, I want you to climb up to 2,300.
Yeah. I'm gonna go flaps up 85.
And we're going to go, it's like a power off 180. I'm going to see if we can, this one will be a full
23.
stop. Yeah, 23.
Should I climb out at like 90 or B1?
96 is pretty good.
Okay.
$600.
All right, 600 feet caps is available. All right, we'll go back and turn and we'll do the whole downwind thing here.
Okay. Oh, R85 looks clear.
Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo's turning left downwind, runway 28 Delaware. Just curious how far the cylinder head temps will actually fall. I'm going to try to go power idle all the way to the ground.
Looks like VG's around 100 there.
Yep. Yep. So it doesn't like to float.
Okay.
It just, not really. It's just, it doesn't like to float. You'll notice like when you, it'll like seriously like start to sink and you're like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So you just like point it toward the runway. Like I said, we got the whole runway to use, but we'll try to see if we can get it idle all the way down.
All right.
So once you get a beam the numbers, just go power idle.
Yeah.
And you can judge that turn on how much you're actually descending.
Right.
But she does like to come down. So we're starting off about 312 degrees on the cylinder head temperature.
All right. I'm gonna bring power to idle.
All right.
And I'm gonna pitch for 100. Start that turn in.
Altitude.
Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo, beam the number short approach, runway 28 Delaware.
Oh man, yeah. Did not want to fly.
No, not at all. Not at all.
500.
There we go. Picking up a
That's
little.
better. And you could take it all the way up with no flaps. It'll
Okay.
just float a little while longer.
Taxiway.
side loaded there, but
That's all right. Not too shabby. See, 242.
yeah.
We are just, I mean, and just that little.
Is this a full stop?
Yeah, you
Right,
got to
all right.
stop. That's fine. So you can see, I mean, it's easy.
Might be able to make.
Yeah, you got it. So from 2,200 feet
Yep.
down to the ground. So literally, in 2,200 feet, you go from normal operating temperature to almost outside of the normal operating range.
Right.
So that's the.
Lights.
Yeah, you're fine. Well, let's do this real quick. Let's go to after landing. Boom. All right, fuel pump comes off. Mixture comes back to the X. Flaps come up. You got that already. Lights were good. Probe heat turns off. Okay, and we're taxiing. Yeah, Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo. Oh, off on runway 28, taxi back. Runway 28 for takeoff. Delaware. All right, we are going to. Let me try. See if I can do this. Delaware, OSU. That way is 4,000 feet. Is that the right direction? That is the right direction. What's the air? Cruise altitude, short route. 4,000.
Yeah, it sits a lot higher. I think that's like the main thing I'm noticing with, as far as landings go, it's just like the flare is a lot higher than.
Yeah.
Just the sight picture's a lot different. Like with the diamonds, you're like on the runway.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm gonna see if we can. Let's see. Get back home. Go on that line. Let me try something here. Delaware to KOSU. See if I can send it to the flights. Two people. 340. Balance looks good. Fuel required. Start good there. Minimum fuel. Maximum fuel. Alright, give me just a moment. Let me see if I can get this work. We're going to 330.
Set the brake.
Yep. Good there. Alright, clear to OSU via direct 3000 for 4010 125 9er 5 4550, and we're holding for release 5 Alpha Romeo. We're lined up in the taxiway, ready to go. Runway 28. All right, now it's a 130 heading and released, and you said void after 5. All right, we got it. 5 for Romeo. Thank you. See you. Bye. All right. 12595. So we're going to go 130 on the heading. You got that up there?
Yep.
3,000 feet on the bug. And we're going to go in TOTO mode there. All right. Mixture full rich. Flaps at 50. Fuel pump on. Probe heat on. Perfect. Delaware traffic, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo. Departing runway 28, heading 130.
Final looks clear. All right, running 28.
Good to go.
set. Airspeed's live. It's 85. What's up?
Reduce me to 170.
All right, so we're gonna go heading mode and autopilot. All right,
Heading.
and click autopilot there. Should program a left turn. Sounds good there.
Yeah.
600.
All right, 600 feet caps available.
Runway 3886, turn right heading at 360.
RKDLZ.
Calvin 1243, left turn 310, and you are clear from the visual 28 left 170 to the marker.
KOSU.
Clear 6 here, Mike, descend to maintain 3000.
Descend maintain 3000, Sierra Mike.
And just real quick.
Sky conditions, ceiling 2,800 overcast, temperature 10, dew point 3, altimeter 2980. Expect the RNAV approach, runway 27 left, runway 27 left, 27 right, and use. All VFR departures for background control, have a good day. This weather available on flight service frequencies. No chance. That's runway 9 right out, 3886, right turn 100, for director Weibo. 1003.
Club's departure, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo 2,400 for 3,000.
Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo departure, ident.
Flash on the way.
Skyline 901 Mike, flying at 360.
360, 901 Mike.
Cirrus 5 Alpha Romeo, ready to contact South of Delaware, altimeter 2981. Let me know when you get hotel at stay there on 27 left.
All right, land 27 left, 2981, and we'll get the weather. 5 River Romeo.
9 nautical miles south southeast OSU, 304 feet AGL. Unlit tower 4.4 nautical miles south southeast OSU, 476 feet AGL. LA 901 Mike, 5 Marion. I do have information, hotel.
Marion, 901 Mike, thanks.
The Ohio State Down Information Hotel, time 18530 Zulu, wind 30014, visibility 10. Sky conditions, ceiling 2,800 overcast, temperature 10, dew point 3, altimeter 2980. Expect the RNAV approach, runway 27 left, runway 27 left, 27 right, and use. All VFR departures provide ground control upon course setting in degrees. Hazardous weather available on flight service frequencies.
Just pull it
No
Yeah,
chance.
I guess so.
That's runway 9 right, outer marker, outer service. Crane 3.1, 9 nautical miles.
All right. And Clem's departure, 985 Alpha Romeo has hotel.
5 Alpha Romeo, roger that. You can expect the RNAV 27 left, and verify this will be a full stop.
Yeah, RNAV 27 left, and this will be a full stop.
Perfect, thanks.
All right, 27 left. We're gonna go Colney. We're gonna go 1153.
Runway 3886, how's the ride so far? Any bumps?
All right, so
Sounds good. You can cut Andy Center 124.45. Have a good day.
all right. On this approach, because I've done it like 3,000 times, he's going to give us most likely vectors direct to Colney.
Okay.
Inbound. Once we get a little bit closer, we'll slow it down to 120.
6 here, Mike. You're 7 from limited. Right turn 250, 3000 to establish. Clear the ILS 28 left 170 to the marker.
Okay, 250 on the heading to intercept the inbound course to start, and 170 to the marker, 936 Mike.
Get a 7, get the ground frequency down there. And I'm going to put the tower frequency right here. That preloaded. All right, so not sure what angle he's going to give us.
Yeah, we're kind of at a weird.
Yeah. He'll probably give us a south turn first. or he might take us past it. I'm not sure yet. Oh, let me see. All right, so I'm anticipating he's going to give us Colney. We're going to cross Colney at or above 3,000 feet. So we're going to be 120 knots until the final approach fix.
Okay.
So at Rittok.
Okay.
And at Rittok is where we're going to do our flaps and power reduction.
Okay.
So then from Rittok inbound, we'll be slowing down to 100 knots at flaps 50, and we'll take that all the way inbound. Since we know we're going to break out of the clouds, I'm not really too worried about the old exit plan here, but if we do have to do a go-around,
Clear 6 here, Mike, contact tower 132.7.
we're going to push that go-around button.
Gotcha.
That's going to sequence the missed approach procedure.
Right.
And then we'll fly straight ahead to 3,200 feet, straight to Glybu, and that's where we'll hold. Go ahead and pull your power back to about 50% right now, or 60, I'm sorry, try 60. 60 should give you about 120. I know we're not doing a procedure turn since we're on vectors, so go ahead and hit that procedure button. I'll have you do it. Hit the procedure button, activate vectors to final. There we go.
So Rittok, would you say like power to like 25
Yep.
or? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be that 12 inches thing again. Yeah, 25
Okay.
or 12 inches, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Well, there went the clouds. Okay, that was... Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
So in between Colney and Rittok, you're just going to have to find that power setting that's going to give you right about 120. In a descent, it's probably going to be closer to about 45%.
Okay.
And then once we come up on, it's actually...
5 up Romeo, right turn to 180.
Right turn 180, 5 up Romeo. And bring the power back to 50, because that's not giving us exactly what we want. You'll notice this as well, that's normal.
Yeah, I was just kind of looking at that.
Yeah, basically battery 1 is charged all the way up, and it's running on alternator power. So, but there's nothing for it to do,
Right.
basically.
Okay.
So the battery or the alternator's like, I need more. So like if you turned on like the air conditioner, you see it come right back. Actually has something to do there, but we just don't have enough accessories on for it.
Here's 5 up Romeo, right turn 240, join the final.
240 on a right turn, join the final, 5 up Romeo.
Here's CMH.
Yeah. So we are inside Colney, which, that's okay. All right, so we're joining the final approach course, so now we are going to go and hit the navigate button, and you should see heading and nav both pop up there. So that's letting you know that we're going to stay on this heading until...
Departure United 1389, passing 2,000 for 5,000.
And once we get cleared, you'll hit that button.
3,000 direct PCAS.
Strict 13,000 direct PCAS, United 1389.
Here's 5 up Romeo, you're about 3 from Rittok, 3,000 to establish the final, clip the RNAV 27 left.
All right, 3,000 total established, cleared for the RNAV 27 left, 905 off Romeo.
And we got glide path in standby.
That'll work. So once we're about a half a dot high is about where we will do the flaps and the power reduction.
Okay.
And that should be pretty close to Rittok. All right, glide slope is off the peg, which is fine. A little bit slow, but we can keep this going because we're going to start a
Decent.
Yeah. All right, so let's stroll this up to where it says shutdown. And let's just run through those checklists. So push down on it, go all the way up to cruise,
6,000.
and hit that one. And we're running through all these checklists. So fuel pump is on, power is set, which is great. Mixture.
Cirrus 5 up Romeo, contact State Tower 18.8. We'll see you.
Over to State, appreciate your help. 985 Romeo. State Tower, Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo's 2 to the east of Rittock, 3,000 feet.
Cirrus 985 Alpha Romeo, State Tower, runway 27 left, clear to land. Got one Cessna working on the right side.
All right, 27 left, clear to land. We'll look for the Cessna 985 Alpha Romeo.
So go ahead, flaps 50.
Yep, flaps 50, power comes back about 25-ish, be right about 12 inches or so, 22. Just hold it, it'll settle in.
Yeah.
Let it happen. All right, keep on running through checklists. Keep on going all the way down. Next checklist, just push it down. So our descent.
Set. Landing light is on. Fuel quantity.
Looks good.
Power lever is required. Mixture full rich. Seats secure. Brake pressure check. Fuel pump on, mixture is required, flaps is required, autopilot also is required.
All right, and we're going to land with flaps 50. We're just going to keep this configuration all the way down.
Okay.
So your speed will be 85 instead of 80.
Okay.
Well, I should say that. Your speed's going to be 100 all the way till you get to short final, basically. You're just going to kind of adjust your power as needed to bring it down.
Gotcha. I prefer the RNAV over the ILS. I mean, it's like, I think just having a GPS, like telling a GPS what to do, it's just it's a lot more.
It's easier.
It's easier.
It really is easier. There's less margin for error. If it's between like a non-precision, like step down approach and an ILS, I'll take the ILS.
Right. Yeah.
But if it's like this, I mean, this is an ILS basically. I mean, you're getting pretty. What does this take us? 250 feet down above the ground.
Right.
So, I mean, you're getting ILS performance on this LPV. So, yeah, flying in the soup any days, like I'm all day long.
Yep. My hand fly.
Yep. I actually thought the weather was going to be worse.
Yeah, I was surprised though. Yeah.
Hotel Scarlet 10, midfield requesting full stop.
Disappointed we broke out so early.
Yeah.
Cirrus on a 1.5 mile final, 27 left in sight.
Oh, I think
Negative on the traffic
500.
advisory, we have the site Scarlet 10.
What'd you say?
Sorry, that he was talking to them.
Oh.
And we got the traffic in sight Scarlet 10.
Scarlet 10, change to runway 27 left. Follow that Cirrus on final, runway 27 left, clear to land number 2.
Following the Cirrus on final, number 2, runway 27 left, Scarlet 10. And clear to land 27 left, Scarlet 10.
I'll start bringing that power out just a little bit.
Minimums.
Get you.
There we go.
That's it. And we'll get off at Charlie.
All right. Only took 3 times or 4 times.
That was good. That was a nice little greaser.
Cirrus 5 Alpha Romeo, turn left Charlie after the ramp, monitor ground.
All right, left on Charlie, Alpha ramp, monitor ground, 985 Alpha Romeo, thank you. All right, I'm just going to have you keep rolling. I typically don't, but I'm going to do this on the fly. So we're mixture
Clearly.
X, fuel pump off, flaps are up, probe heat off. And we'll just kind of park over back to where they pulled us out from, somewhere in one of those rows.
Gotcha. On uphill.
Yes, so you'll need a little bit more RPM than 1,000. It's actually easier to taxi going uphill because you have the airflow over the rudder. Gives you better directional control.
Right.
If you try to do that going downhill, you end up going like 25 knots on the ground.
Right. And you want me to turn just up here? Or keep going?
Not this next one, but the one after. Not this one, but this next one here. We'll park in between that, what's that, at 206 or whatever, that big old, right on the other side of Lima Golf is where we'll put it.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's too many other people that'll be out here. Stationary at 206.
Clear on the left.
Good on the side.
Taxi Delta Alpha, park monitor ground, see it.
Cool. All right.
Brake set.
All right, and we'll just run through the rest of that checklist for the shutdown. And when it says to turn off all the switches, don't turn off the batteries because I got to get the numbers.